Good morning, Free. Good morning, D. Good morning, Free. Good morning, D. Good morning, Neo. Good morning. Oh, and it is a good one. It's going to be as good as we make it, Jaysaw. It's going to be just as good as we make it. Actually, let's say as we allow it to be. Good morning, Sean and Penny. Good morning. Cat Meow, Polly V, Mary Jane all over the place. Fun. It's fun to be in the Zenverse. Larry B, haven't seen Larry B in a minute. Hello, Sarah Vaggie. Gypsy, you're right. Aren't they beautiful? Each and every one of them. Good morning, everybody. Good morning from Tea with Pops at the DetroitMartialLab.net in Detroit, Ferndale, Michigan. Shout out. Good morning. Good morning. I don't care who's here. You guys are the fastest ones here. Give me a number between 1 and 25. Whoever's here, give me one number, only one number, one time. Give me a number between 1 and 25. Go, go, go. Give me a number between 1 and 25. Gypsy Life killing the game. First number, 22. Gypsy killing the game. Gypsy Life in the game, all over the game. Gypsy Life. First number on the board, Gypsy Life. Gypsy, you've got a spot on the wheel, the big wheel for tomorrow. Gypsy, you got a spot on the big wheel for tomorrow, okay? Geez, I wonder what there's gonna be a chance to win. Oh, why don't I show you? We're gonna have a couple door prizes, but let's give this guy away. Let's give him away. He'll be the big prize. Nobody's really interested in this, though, are they? Are they really interested in getting this? It's basically a year's supply. You'd have no problem, Neo Simplex, on the Holy Moly. Okay? It's funny you say that. Wait for our story this morning. What do you guys think? Should we just give this away tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning. This fella. I wonder what he weighed when he was wet. What did he weigh as wet? I wonder what he weighs dry. We'll look more at that guy tomorrow. Holy moly. Are you kidding me? Holy moly. Give me 5 people that would say holy moly. Give me 5 people that say holy moly right now. 5 people. Penny, you don't count. Penny doesn't count. Okay, give me a couple more holy molies. All right, we got a holy moly in there. That works. Okay, look at that. Oh, you guys. Wait for this story. Penny, you can't say it. Okay? Oh, Penny, you're not allowed. You're... Wait, you guys want to hear this? Okay, so yesterday I got a picture. Okay? I have to wait till there's a couple more people here to tell this story because it's extremely good. And I've been cracking up all morning, Penny the Pulverizer. Give me a couple more likes, would you please? And it isn't for me, I promise. I don't need the like. I want us, the algorithm, I want us to be the coolest freaking show on YouTube. Okay? I want everybody to go, how come everybody likes that show? Okay? Yes, unrelated. Okay, who's going? What the heck? Thank you, Herbie Von Werby Kabop. Okay. What's this stream about? It's about kindness. You stick around and you're gonna like go, oh geez, I have to practice kindness. Okay? That's what it's about. I promise you. Okay, 56 people here already. All right, 36 likes. We're getting there. All right, we're moving up. I get a picture yesterday on my post. Check this picture out. Okay, you ready? Young boy, we said it already. It's about being kind. Just be quiet and be kind. Okay? Here we go. What is this? Well, it's tea, isn't it? Doesn't that look like tea? There's kind of a tea for pop, tea with pop situational. Does that, is this tea? Huh? That looks like tea to me. All right, so who wants the tea story? Nope, that's tea. That's tea. You can even see a little stringy McQueenie. This is a cup of some sort. Who wants the story? Huh? Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people that want to hear the tea story. Holy moly. I can't go on until I hear 5 people want to even pay attention. Okay, we got 1. I thought that was... No, not liquid culture. Okay. All right. Anybody? No, there aren't enough people, Gypsy. Only you so far. Okay. All right. Now we're getting around to it. People care. Okay. Wait for. Okay. So I get this picture yesterday. Right? All right. Here we go. Here we go. Holy moly. So I get this picture. I don't know why this count cracks me up so much, Waz, but it does. You know how easy it is to crack me up, Waz. Okay? Emerald, I'm crazy for you. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for you. So, check this out. If you don't know, Michelle is Penny Pack. This is Penny Pack. All right? This is our good pal here, Penny the Pulverizer. You guys we'll go back one of these days and explain why we call her the Pulverizer. But she's Penny the Pulverizer, the least likely person on the planet Earth to pulverize you. But she's Penny the Pulverizer, okay? So she sends me this picture, all right? Can I read this thread to you guys? This thread, do they call it a thread when you go down and read a whole thing of text that we're back and forth? Is that called a thread? Help me out. I'm still learning this business. Do we call that a thread? What do we call that? What are you calling that? Emerald, I'm not selling anything. You're just here to get loved. What do they call that? A conversation? I think they call it a thread, Penny. You and I are a little old. We're not really sure. Derek, is it called a thread? You would know. All right. Am I going to read a thread? Yeah. Call it whatever you want. All right. We got a bunch of smartasses here this morning. That's wonderful. Okay. It's called a thread. Evil. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Here we go. We're going to go threading. So this is Michelle. I'm getting ready to try your stuff, Pops. I'll let you know how it goes. Notice I talk in Penny talk when I read her part. Okay, and what was it? Well, we had sent her a little bit of extract. Okay? All right. I'm getting ready to try it. And I write to it back. I go, nice. Is that the whole gram? I mean, come on, that's a lot. There's a lot in that cup. Okay? Hang in here. All right. Is that the whole gram? Remember, I'm telling people, don't even do more than a quarter of it at a time. Just to start, just get yourself, know what you're getting yourself into, okay? Yes, but I'm only doing a quarter of it. And I'll go from there. Okay. I write back. Love you, doll. I'm here if you need me. In other words, I'm a virtual guide 700 miles away from North Carolina. She writes back, oh, you're so sweet. I love you too, Pops. We just do that. We just love each other. And then I call her, yep, pulverizer. I don't ever let her off the hook. She writes back, you crack me up. Womp, 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 womp. All right. So I cracked her up. About who knows how much later, she writes back, I just woke up from my coma. Holy moly, that was really good, considering I only took a quarter of it. What would have been 1G. The taste was way better. Unfortunately, right after I drank it, my cousin called me, and I had to answer because she literally just walked in the door from the hospital. Okay? She's a pretty negative person to begin with, and that's when it started to hit me. And it hit pretty hard, too. I had to lay down until just about now, about 2.5 hours later. Like I said in my opening statement, holy moly. Okay, first of all, who says holy moly anymore? I thought nobody said holy moly anymore. I show up fruit this morning and 73 of you said holy moly. I truly thought holy moly was a thing of the past. Okay, here we go. Holy moly. I wrote back, you don't say holy moly. That's too cute. But I'm telling you, 1/4 gram of that rocket fuel is perfect. Earth comes back in a couple hours all happy. Okay? That's a pretty good line right there. Come on. That's a pretty good one. Earth comes back. She writes back, yes, indeed. All happy. All happy. And then I'm still stuck on holy moly. I can't get over the holy moly. Okay? She writes, I said, I gotta look up the origin of holy moly. You guys know Pops. You guys show me something new. I gotta go look it up. I gotta figure out where the hell did holy moly come from? So I have a plan, after this, I'm gonna go look up holy moly, right? I said, that's so Pops of me. What does Penny do? What does Penny do? Well, she goes and looks up holy moly and sends it to me before I have a chance. What does holy moly mean? Okay. Who wants to know? Who wants to know the origins of holy moly? I don't know why this is tickling my fancy so much. Who wants to know what holy moly? Some of you have already looked it up, but it's right here. The answer's right here, Nippy. I didn't even get a chance to go do the research. Next thing you know, so boom, there it is, Pops. Holy moly. You guys ready? Let's read holy moly. All right, let's read it. Clear soul. Holy moly. The etymology of the word, that means the origin, right? Originally, it was a euphemism for Holy Mary. Moly being a nickname for Mary. Compare Holy Moses. It was popularized in the U.S. as an expression often used by Billy Batson, the alter ego of Captain Marvel, who was a superhero created for Fawcett Publications. Okay. I go, why, thank you. I go, laugh my ass off. You get an A for your first semester. Penny got an A. Okay, Penny got an A for her first semester because she turned in a research paper. Penny the pulverizer, it's a big P on her chest, and she runs around yelling, holy moly! Oh, is that funny or wait a minute? Penny, you're adorable. I didn't know holy moly had one single thing to do with Captain Marvel. And nor did I. I know I've heard it before, but I think the last time I heard holy moly was like my grandma saying it. So all of a sudden, she said it cracked me up. And then this morning, I'm like, no one says holy moly. And every single one of you was looking at this guy right here and saying holy moly. So what do I know? It just proves I don't know anything. Penny, you're much more culturally cool than pops. I found that out. Holy moly. Sure, you're sure a sweetheart. I love our friendship. Thank you for being my friend, Penny. I miss you and I miss Ted. Okay, Al, AJ, we learn something here every single day. Okay, and then we play, we learn, we play, we laugh, we love. Fish have taste buds. Fish do. We're gonna do a couple of rando factos. Then I'm gonna talk a little more about microdosing, but I'm gonna spend the last 20 minutes or so. I have a long reading today. Thank you, Penny. I have a long reading today, okay? But it's so good. There's a lot of meat on the bone, all right? Fish have taste buds on their tongues, lips, and on their body. I don't want a taste bud on my shoulder. I don't. It means when I rub up against somebody, I'm tasting them. I don't want. Who has taste buds on their body? That's kind of freaking me out. I like them staying local so I can, keep control of when I want to use them. Taste buds. Their taste buds, they need moisture to work. If a fish is outside of the water, sorry, your taste buds aren't working, pal. We got to dip you in water. So basically, if you're walking around and you're wet, you just get out of the pool and you rub up against somebody, you can taste them. Holy moly, okay? They need moisture to work. And because fish live in water all the time, their taste buds can survive not only inside their mouth, but outside their mouth. Also on the exterior skin of their flanks and fins. Holy moly. I won't do that every time. But I had no idea. I could figure maybe he's got a little tongue, he's got a little something going on in there. What is he? He's a floating taste bud. Kangaroos. Do kangaroos move backwards? Can a kangaroo move backwards? JC in Australia. Do those kangaroos over there ever back up? Huh? Do the kangaroos ever boop, 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 boop? Huh? No. According to this, absolutely not. Kangaroos cannot move backwards due to their appendages, which impede them from moving in reverse. I mean, they might be able to turn around, but they can't boop, 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 boop. What? They can't go backwards. Their muscular legs, big feet, and tail are a great combination for them to move forward and hop effectively. Okay. So, no retreat. If you are like the no retreat kind of guy, your spirit animal should be a kangaroo. Okay? Your spirit animal should be a kangaroo. Frog tongues. Frog tongues. If humans had scale-wise proportionally the same length tongue as an average frog, this is going to be a holy creepy, not holy moly. Holy creepy. If our tongues were equally in length to us compared to a frog's tongue to it, we could lick our belly buttons. Just do a little cleanup job down there. Pardon me if I don't think that's cool. Pardon me if I would just rather use soap and water. That's holy creepy. That's ew. According to this, the size of a frog's tongue is almost a third of the length of its entire body. If humans had the same size tongue, They would be able to reach their belly buttons. You talk about a French kiss. You don't even have to go to France. You could be kissing someone in France, and they got to kiss back. But you could have a French connection and never even leave the contiguous United States. Oh, God. What do you think about that? Oh, that's Kermit the Frog's trick. I'm seeing it now. Okay? How important is it for an alpaca to live in a pack? How important is it? The French connection. I know it's a whole new meaning to frog connection, the French frog connection. How important is it for an alpaca to live in a pack? We don't know very much about alpacas, do we? We don't. But do you know that an alpaca, if he's outside of his pack, yeah, pack a bull. I'll pack a bull for you, Herbie. If they're outside of their pack, they're known to die of loneliness. That's alpaca. Man, could he just please stay in the group? Can you imagine dying of loneliness? Alpacas do that. I thought kittens were litters. I thought kittens had litters. D. Anderson happens to people every day, Pops. Get over it. Depression, it's a real thing. Depression, the lag is real, depression is real. I thought cats were litters. Am I wrong? If a mom cat has a bunch of babies and all the kittens belong to the same mother, what's that called? What's that called? It's called a kindle. It's called a kindle. I didn't know that. It's called a kindle. I thought Kindle was a reading device on my phone. I read a Kindle every day. So, it's not necessarily a litter. There are probably a bunch of words that are interchangeable, but a kindle is the name given to a group of kittens with the same mother. How cute. Okay, that's a good one. Do salamanders. Talk to me about salamanders. Do salamanders live a long life? Or are they one of those 6-month guys, they're in, they're out? Without looking it up, what do you think? Do salamanders live a long life? Or are they the shorties, like they got, they get a minute and they're out? Which one? Most of you guys are like, they're long livers. They're long life guys. How do you guys know this stuff? How do you know? I didn't know this one. If you're an Olm salamander, O-L-M, an Olm salamander, you can easily live over 100 years. An Olm salamander. You're going to pass that on to your grandkids. What? That's like, I'm feeling like you're a tortoise of some sort. An Olm salamander can easily live over 100 years. Do you guys want a couple more of these? Or should we talk about microdosing? It's up to you. You guys control it. Couple more rando factos about our amazing nature universe? Or do we want to run straight over to microdosing? A couple more. It's kind of fun to learn this way. Even if just one or two of these stick with you later today, right? Let's do a couple more. Holy moly, what else can we come up with? This is one. We're back to cats. Don't cats hate water? Aren't cats like, I'm not doing water? Don't they kind of avoid it? Cats aren't like into the water scene. I mean, they'll eat fish, but they're not. Oh, some of you guys are like, not all cats. No, like, I'm not even talking. I'm talking to a group of people that know more than I do. I'm talking about people that know. Your cat goes swimming in the pool. Someone tell me their cat swims in the pool. Your kitty cat doing laps in the lap pool. Never seen it, never heard of it in my whole life. Let alone a cat that fishes. These cat fish. Okay? How about this? Where is he? Most cats don't like water, with the exception of the fishing cat. The fishing cat, he's found in India. What's he doing in India? Well, the main part of the fishing cat's diet is made of fish. So they're experts in swimming and diving. Diving, as well as scooping them out by their paws. Wait a minute. So a cat could do an Acapulco cliff dive? Is that what we're talking about here? He, off the cliffs of Acapulco, I'm going to do a cat dive, and I'm going to come up with a fish. Whoa! I've never thought that a cat would dive. Fish. Scoop up. Okay. All right. So be it. Skunks. Can a snake kill a skunk? You got a skunk fighting a snake. Of course, the skunk's going to give it a squirt. The skunk's going to give it a squirt, but what's the snake going to get out of it? Can he, boom, put a bite on the old skunkaroo and kill it off? Huh? Antonio wants to know, be very specific about what kind of snake. We're talking snakes that have venom. According to this, skunks are actually immune to snake venom. Sorry, you can't hurt me, Snakey. Skunks have evolved to where they're snake, nothing. Give it a squirt and go. Interesting. I'm going to read one more. What other one is really interesting? Okay, this is one. Did I see the other day somebody sent a picture, and there was ostrich races. Ostrich races. People would get on the back of an ostrich, 3 or 4 of them in a row, and they would race like they were horses. Run a track. And the ostrich is trying to go this way, and the guy's pulling it back. Has anybody ever seen, that was CCS, thank you. It was after we had talked about ostriches being super fast. Next thing you know, he's sending me a picture of they're doing ostrich races. So instead of a human, would we be better off if we used a monkey to be the jockey, the ostrich jockey? Could we put a monkey on one of those? Would a monkey be a good ostrich jockey? Because when I first sent me that picture, I'm looking at it going, are those monkeys? And I'm like, no, those are little guys. like jockey-sized guys. According to this right here, how about this? Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? In Japan, the Mackay monkey that inhabits Yakushima Island ride the Sika deer around the island. There's monkeys that are taking deers for rides. They got to get from one end of the island to the other pretty quickly. You just grab a Sika deer, jump on, and go. I think Sika deers are little guys. How amazing is that? How would you like to look out your window one morning and you see a monkey driving by on a deer? What the hell's going on this island? Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. That's enough for today. We'll move on to something else. But wow, is there a lot of interesting stuff in our nature? Okay, humans think they're smart, Jake. This monkey's like, man, I'm taking a deer ride. Okay, I'm going, boop, the Sitka Express. Kangaroo rats don't think that they're going to be thirsty. All right? We get thirsty. Matter of fact, I got to have a sip of tea right now. Here we go. I'm not thirsty anymore, but I'm not a kangaroo rat. You know what happens with kangaroo rats? I feel kind of sorry for them. A kangaroo rat live in deserts, and they can go their whole lives without drinking any water. What? They can go their whole life without ever taking a sip. They get enough moisture in their seed diet to survive. Seeds and stems is all they need. Seeds and stems, and you can put away any water the whole life. I don't need anything but some seeds and stems. I'll make it happen from there. Nippy's like, oh, those are some wet-ass seeds, Pops. Two kids like, holy moly. That's a holy moly moment right there. All right, let's do this. Okay, give me a number between 1 and 25. You can only give me one time, one number. If you put too many numbers out, I'm going to disqualify you. One number, one time between 1 and 25. Go. I'm trying to qualify people for the wheel for Friday. One number between 1 and 25. Please don't give me two. I'm looking. Who's got the number correct? Who do we think's got it? Nobody yet. Nobody has it yet. I'm still looking for that number. Yes, Joe, it's for the wheel. And I would ask you to understand your position already, especially since you won last Friday. Okay? Give me one number. One number. I still haven't seen it on my screen. I'm waiting for it to pop up on my screen. When it pops up on my screen, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to say, hey, there it is. It's on my screen. I haven't seen it. See, we have a couple people that are giving me 2. You can't do that. We got people giving me 3 and 4 and 5. We can't do that. Okay, so those people were just disqualified. But anyways, what do you guys think between 1 and 25? Huh? What do you think it is? One and 25. What do you think the number is? I'm still waiting. Nobody's got it. Do I have to do a reset? Is everybody out of choices of what they think it is? Numbers between 1 and 25. Okay, can't change it now. What is it? I can't believe that I haven't seen it on my screen. I think I'm going to do a reset. Okay, kill the game, kill the game, kill the game. The number that I had was 21. I didn't see anybody give me a 21. And please don't tell me, oh, I said it. I didn't see a 21. So we're going to do it again. We're removing the choice, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to spin again. Okay? I put one person here on timeout because they answered like 8 times, and that isn't cool. You're just on a 1-minute timeout. Come back afterwards, but let's play the same way everybody plays. Okay? I have a number on my screen. Go. What's the new one? What's the new number between 1 and 25? What do you think it is? What number's on my screen? I just did a random dealio. It's Dando. Dando nailed it this time. Dando said 16, and he's the first 16 I saw on my screen. So Dando, you're on the spin to win wheel for tomorrow's big prizes and door prizes. Okay? So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 people. Let me do one more. Give me one more. Give me one more. I'm going to start over, removing choice, spinning, go. 1 through 25. 1 through 25. Okay? I just spun again. I'm giving everybody a chance to give me another number. One time, please. Only one time. Give me this number. And just say it one time. You've already had 3 or 4 chances here this morning. So I promise you'll get more chances, but let's just do it one time this time. All right? I haven't seen the number yet on my screen. We want to go between 1 and 25. Okay? All right, Cleanie, that works. And then give me a number between 1 and 25. I don't want to reset this one. Okay? What do you think this number is? What numbers are on my screen? Some of you are already starting to answer more than once. Okay. It's funny how we can't just follow these simple little rules here, but that's all right. I'm paying attention this morning. So, between 1 and 25, has anybody said the number yet? Some of you have said the number, a different number 4 times. You're about to get timed out too. Okay? Just play by the rules. Here we go. I still haven't seen the number. It's a lost number. I'm getting ready to kill the game. Kill the game. Kill the game. Give me 10 more seconds if nobody comes up with it. I know we only have 3 rules in the whole operation, right, Chips? Okay. We're going to kill the game. There are not enough of you, and then there's 2 or 3 of you that want to answer 15 times. All right? You know who you are. The number was 14. The number was 14. You guys are all worn out. You were all picked out. Nobody even wants to answer anymore, okay? Except for there's one guy who wants to answer 17 times, okay? Oh, okay. There's no judgment on that at all. It just, we are who we are. Let's talk for a few minutes here about microdosing. I've had about 10 minutes there, and then we're going to get into our reading for today. Okay? True, false. Maybe we'll do some of that too, Herbie. Okay? We talked the day before yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about the newsletter, the Tricycle Day newsletter, so we didn't get too much talking about microdosing. But when we did, we talked about, the last thing we talked about were the different substances that are typically microdosed, okay? One of those is CBD. CBD is the second most abundant cannabinoid found in marijuana. It is non-psychoactive, and it's believed to help relieve anxiety and stress. I want to talk about depression later in our reading. Depression is, I would say, and this is just a random number, it's, I'm not even going to put a number on it. Depression is something that is often self-diagnosed. It's often self-diagnosed. And then we'll go to professionals at some point. If our depression is just overwhelming, we'll go to professionals to confirm our self-diagnosis. You're usually not dealing with a therapy situation, as professionally speaking, and paying somebody to help you, unless you already feel like there's something, okay? So it's a self-diagnosed condition, and I would argue that in most cases, you can self-heal. You can self-heal. There are extreme situations, and there's chemical imbalance situations, and there's times that I believe that you can't self-heal. You're gonna need medical guidance, but I don't think that that's nearly as often as the word depression makes us think, okay? The word depression itself has connotations. So how about this? We had talked about CBD. Cannabis is also, Ward Grundy, my favorite book is called The Four Agreements by Don Ruiz. And we cover that book here often, and then we talk about the principles of that book all the time. Cannabis is also microdosed. Cannabis is also known as marijuana. It may also be used to microdose, and it's purported to relieve anxiety and improve focus. Ibogaine, this one's new to me. It's a root bark cultivated in Central Africa, and it's sometimes used as your traditional spiritual medicine. Some research suggests it may hold promise for relieving opioid dependence. Ibogaine, helping with some of our opioid dependencies. Ketamine. This medication is usually used for inducing and maintaining pain relief and sedation during surgery. Gypsy, you know about Ibogaine? I don't know anything about Ibogaine. It sounds very interesting to me. Ketamine. Ketamine has its own culture of followings now. Another one that we will find ourselves microdosing is lysergic acid diethylamide, LSD. I love saying it because it makes me feel super smart. You know what I'm talking about? What's LSD? Well, that's lysergic acid diethylamide. That was made by Albert Hoffman. And you could get all super smart. LSD is microdosable versus dosable. Full dose, microdose. Mescaline or peyote. Mescaline and peyote, they're the same thing. Mescaline is the active ingredient in peyote. Oh my goodness, can I show you guys something? Wait for it. Wait. Pops is growing his own mescaline. I'm growing my own mescaline. It should be done in about 7 years, okay? Check this out. That's my little peyote button. What do you think of that? It should be ready in about 7 years. I've wanted to grow peyote my whole life. And I got a friend out there where Free lives, Arizona. And he sent me this little bulb. It's already grown some. But I'll tell you what, Michigan isn't the best weather for growing cactus. Michigan isn't the best for growing cactus, but we're tending that one, and we're taking. Look at it; it sits in either in my living room. I'll put it out in a rare big old patch of sunshine. I've been tending this peyote button for a year now. Okay? And that's right. I forgot about that. Sandman's kids, when they were here, they actually planted that. Sandman and Carlotta's children, who I love, they actually planted that one season here. They had a really good time. They got all the potting mixture. They did all of that. I forgot about that, Sandy. Thanks for reminding me. Right? Sandy's children planted Pop's peyote plant. Isn't this a beautiful outfit that we have? We're some cool people. Then there's MDMA. Now this one, I'm not going to pretend I'm smart and that I can tell you the whole word. All right, let's just look at it together. Woo, this is a tough one. All right, we're talking MDMA right now. MDMA, methyllenedioxamphetamine. Methyllenedioxamphetamine. Dioxyamphetamine. Okay, I can do that. Methyllenedioxamphetamine. MDMA. MDMA, that's the one that the FDA is currently doing some very, very intense research and determining whether or not they're going to take MDMA and release it as a therapy drug, reschedule it and turn it into a therapy drug. Melissa, you're right. Joe Rogan would be able to pronounce that. So MDMA, it's popularly known as, I didn't know this, ecstasy or Molly. Holy moly! MDMA is a psychoactive drug that is primarily used for recreational purposes. It has energizing effects and enhances feelings of empathy and self-awareness. So obviously you can take a whole hit of ecstasy, or you can microdose this as well. Of course, I'm a proponent for microdosing almost anything of these things versus full dose roonies. The full dose roonies, that should be its whole own experience. That shouldn't be. I'm not telling you what should be and shouldn't be, but for me, it's its own experience. I might once a year have myself a mush fest. I might have once a year. I've never had ecstasy. Brock knows a lot about it. I've never had it. And if I ever did, it would only be in a microdose. Okay? Methylphenidate, otherwise known as Ritalin. This has surprised me. I know that we give Ritalin to the children for ADHD issues, attention deficit disorder. How, is this too conservative of me to say this out loud? Do I feel like attention deficit disorder is overdiagnosed today? D. Anderson, Kitty Cocaine. Do I think that, I think it is. I think it's overdiagnosed. And I'm not trying to get off my porch guy. If anybody had ADHD it would have been me when I was a kid. But I got through it, just go play on the swing, that rusty swing. And, get outside until the sunlight comes down. There's other things that I think we could do with our attention deficit disorder kids. Again, I'm not saying there aren't extreme cases with serious chemical balance issues, but I'm talking about the easy overdiagnosis of it. I've watched too many programs where you see kids, they're on their 20th different drug trying to get something under control. And I'm asking myself, do the parents ever just sit down and read a book with them? When was the last time you took little Joey fishing? It might be a myth. I don't know. I'm just living with the idea that we overdiagnose mental illnesses. Not that we're not all experiencing stuff. We'll talk about this here in a little bit. But it's easier now to just write a prescription than to take them fishing. And I'm not saying fishing cures everything. I hope you understand what I'm trying to put out here. I'm not being specific about any specific thing. Just more community and more nature, right, Cleanie? Ride a horse. Take a hike. Surf. Go surfing. Fall off a surfboard. Get back on it. There's a lot of us, Sid. They force some of that drugs on them. And the parents find it's a kind of an easy way to parent their kid. Drop a pill on old Joey and just put Joey outside for a minute. Love and attention, Melissa. Anyways, I'm a little off course, but I'm not saying to anybody that have valid and incredibly debilitating issues. I completely understand that, and I have empathy all the way, and I would do whatever I can for those. Okay? But Ritalin is one of those that we use as microdosable. This medication is used to treat ADHD and narcolepsy. I didn't know that. They also deal with a little bit of narcolepsy with the Ritalin. It's sometimes used recreationally to enhance academic or athletic performance. What? I want to run faster hurdles, I take Ritalin? See, I'm not familiar with the drug. Nicotine. Did you know that nicotine is microdosable? It struck me as odd to see nicotine on this list of drugs that are microdosed. But you know what? Maybe if you just took a cigarette, took one or two little hits off and put it out, you might have microdosed your cigarette. I never thought of that. But nicotine, popularly consumed in tobacco products, people who microdose nicotine suggest that it helps memory and focus. I think nicotine, don't they consider that one of the most addictive drugs in the world known to man? Nicotine. It's one of the most, I don't know if this is this a myth, Cobalt? Isn't nicotine like even more, isn't it even more addictive at the end of the day than opium? Something like that? More addictive than coke. It's like a heroin. Oh, sugar's one of them. You're right. Yeah, but I think nicotine in small microdose doses is probably worked for some people's mental health. It's that smoking and the carcinogens and everything else that we do to our body and our lungs that are really going to tear us up. I don't think it's probably not the actual drug itself. Interesting. I never put nicotine in a microdose category. Maybe those guys that are chewing what is that, gum that you can chew to help quit smoking? Maybe that's microdosing. Maybe that's a little bit of a microdose. You get your little something from nicotine, but you're not having to kill your body. DMT. Nicorette. Is that what it's called? Nicorette? I think it's similar to left-handedness. Okay. DMT is also microdosed. DMT. It produces short but intense psychedelic experiences. When it's microdosed, proponents suggest that it helps increase spiritual awareness and lessens the feelings of anxiety. DMT. Go visit the aliens. When you take a big old monster, you're going to go see an alien and all kinds of weird stuff. And you know what's the most amazing thing about DMT? We did this 3 years ago on a discourse program that we did. About 10 or 12 of us. Do you remember this, Free? Who else remembers? We as a group, it was a group project. We made DMT. Like we had a little discourse channel, and we all figured out how to make DMT together. At the end of the right, we all had our little glass pans, and we ended up with our little powder. DMT. I was so afraid of it, I gave it all away. I gave all mine away. I gave mine away to a guy that's like, oh, I like that stuff. I'm like, I don't really want to try it. I just wanted to be the scientist in my basement and make it. Okay? Was there a chat summary? I hope somebody screenshotted the chat summary. DMT in tiny small doses. I'm not asking you to go visit an alien. And then the final one on this list that is commonly microdosed, you and I know this one, magic mushrooms, psilocybin. Like LSD, psilocybin is one of the most popular substances used in microdosing. Some research suggests that the substance have outstanding antidepressant effects. While a number of different substances can be used, this list is the most commonly utilized for microdosing, and out of that list, psilocybin and LSD are the most commonly microdosed. The other ones, they tend to take larger doses and even abusive level. These tend to be the most researched and are often easier to obtain than lesser used substances, such as Ibogaine. All right? So tomorrow, we'll pick up on, let's do this, because I want to get to our reading. Tomorrow, we will get to effects, perceived benefits, creativity, mental health, well-being, full dose versus microdose, safety and risks, legality, this is going to be important, professional considerations, and then a summary. All right? We'll continue to follow up on that and learn. What do you guys think? Are we doing good? Give me 5 people that like what we're learning together. We're all learning this together. Give me 5 people. And then we're going to do this reading. Did you ever? We'll carry on with that. It's a real good thing. Some of us know a lot of this already, but it's a good reminder too. Okay? That's all we do here is learn. We're learning about the wonderful world of nature, weirdos out there. We're learning about how to work with mental health, but we want to know the facts first. And then now we're going to learn a little bit about self-love. I'm on page 107 in the book, How to Be Loved. I'm on chapter 22. I'm going to skip forward to a big part of it, and then we're going to be here for about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay? This is one of my favorite readings. I read it last night, and then again this morning, and I went through and I highlighted certain areas. And this morning I got goosebumps because nobody taught us this stuff. Nobody said this is what's available, and knowledge and how it could better work in your life versus those programs that our culture and our billboard life and our social media life and all that has just, every time you drive down the street, you see a billboard. Every time you turn on a TV, you're going to see something. And it's program and program and program and program. And there's very few things that change that program. In our world today, we have to go look for, how can I change that program? And we have to want to. I have a lot of people, not my friends like you guys, but acquaintances. They're not even aware. They're just going to live their billboard life, and I'm not judging them. Their billboard life is working, but I would love, man, if they would have a fuller, completer life. One of the ways to do that is to be aware and be willing to change. BC, what are these old programs that don't really enhance my life? And simplify them down to some very, very, very easy axioms. One, do you know what it's, have you ever felt off versus on? A lot of people were on at the Mush Fest, not from the microdosing, just from the love and attention and the community. But have you ever felt off? It's time to close the door. Time to close the windows. Put the curtains really, just one little, that's all. You ever felt off? I think we do. We feel off and we feel on. Our life has offs and ons. What happens is people get, why do I have so many offs? Because it's normal. The people that, I have a lot of, I'm on off right now, I'm on off. That's normal. Off doesn't mean you need to go see a psychiatrist. Off does not mean you need Ritalin. It just means you're off. Wait a few minutes, you could be on. Go do something different. You could be on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can I go on with this a little bit? Off versus on. To feel off assumes we know what on means. Right? If you're going to say I feel off, there's an assumption that you know the difference. Aspen, we're here to do that. We're here to help. You can reach out to our website too. Emotionally, our ideal state, see what I'm saying, Poppy? Emotionally, our ideal state is neutral. We get bored being neutral. Do you know that? Especially people like us, smart people that are looking for, we get bored real easy being neutral. How many of us are manufacturing our off state because we get bored of our neutral state that's really our natural state? I've gone out and created drama in my life because I'm feeling off. Because I'm feeling neutral. You can't just sit around and not feel very much. That's a big myth. Those monks and the Buddhist priests and stuff like that, I would say the majority of their lives, they're walking around in a neutral state. Their balance is just about right. They don't have to have off. They don't have to have on. Neutral state would probably be ideal. Well, Pops, that means we're not going to have any fun anymore if we're in a neutral state. That's assuming that on means fun. Emotionally, our ideal state is neutral. Our ideal state is not an everlasting euphoric condition of blissful nirvana. Everlasting. That's not natural. If that's what you're expecting, that's not natural. Although searching for nirvana sounds like a great marketing ploy, we don't learn, listen to this, we don't learn from happiness. We don't learn from happiness. In our happiest moments, we can also end up making our dumbest mistakes. I've made some really dumb mistakes in the midst of happiness. Happiness isn't the teacher. We've also been caught up in great moments with people, and then we make great plans and promises, and then we never follow through. On the other hand, it's not the greatest feeling to be in the dumps. And we shouldn't make big decisions when in the dumps either. We shouldn't be making decisions when we're at our happiest and when we're at our lowest. Bad timing. Love for self is holding space for your emotions to run their course. Because once they do, what's left is going to be the experience of love. We haven't been taught to go through our emotions. We've been taught, try to get out of an off as quick as you can. When you're in an on, stay there as long as you can. That's what we've been programmed. The new program tells me I got to walk through my emotions. I got to experience them. And none of them, here's the craziest part, none of my emotions last very long if I walk through them. When they last longer is when I'm holding on to them. It's a non-obvious but very obvious fact that all our emotions are temporary, both the pleasant ones and the unpleasant ones. We can't stay mad for long, nor can we remain jubilant. But our sadness seems to stick. It's some of those intense experiences, those we turn them into marathons. I can hold on to my sadness. Loving ourselves isn't telling ourselves we shouldn't feel this way. Understanding that everyone is going to feel the emotions at one point or another. Hold that space, pay attention, and then let it pass. As I get older, this one really spoke to me. As I get older, I realize that there's value in feeling the lows and releasing the emotions. A good scream, an ugly cry, those are okay to go through. What's wrong with me? Why am I? It's normal. Go through it. It's not normal to be there tomorrow. It's not normal to be there for the next 3.5 weeks. But it's normal. It's normal to experience sadness, to experience anger. It's what do I do with my anger? It's what do I do with my sadness? It's what do I do in my down times? I'm getting ready to make bad decisions because usually when I'm on one end of the balance or on the other, my decisions aren't going to be solid. We forget that it's normal. We're like, I think I need a drug. You don't need a drug to not feel sad. You need to understand that this is going to be for a season. It's going to be for a moment. You're going to have a euphoric feeling coming along real soon. If you stay balanced. You want to live in the sadness and the depression? You can do that. You can even drug into it. You got that choice. Society's taught us. Here's a little pill. We can help you with that. Pops is teaching you, don't eat it. Don't have the pill. Just have the experience. Go through that emotion. Come out the other side to a neutral state. The opposite is Our goal is never to, then I gotta go, if I'm sad, I gotta be euphoric to fix it. No. You need to be neutral and filling yourself with an opportunity to experience what you experienced and love it. You know how lucky we are to be alive? Do we even have a clue how lucky I can't comprehend how blessed I am. I honestly can't. If I think about it in the world's terms, and I look around, just the fact that I have a phone and cellular coverage, and somehow it's getting in here, just the fact that I have a phone puts me in the top 10% of humanity in gifted, in gifts. I didn't earn it. I did not do one thing to earn this gift of being lucky enough to be 66 and still alive and have a clean sheet on my bed and have a phone. And I mean, forget the phone, put the phone on the side. I have green grass. I have running water. There are people, go look at the Middle East, go look at Africa, go look at any continent, anywhere. You can look in the United States. We are in the top 10%, and then I'm going to keep going up. And now I also have the successful level, top 5%. Now I also have this, top 3%. Now I'm also pretty sharp, top 2%. Next thing you know, if I look around the planet Earth, I'm like in the top 1% of the luckiest people that have ever inhabited this planet. And we take it for granted every day, huh, Sarah? When was the last time we stopped and said, I don't need to feel sad. I don't need to feel depressed. Neutrally, I'm already top 1%. At my neutral state, I'm already at the top 1% of the people walking on this planet today. It made me cry this morning. It was a happy cry. And I went through it. It was like, this was a really neat emotion I'm feeling. And I've started it. I didn't start it, but yesterday, another big boost of gratitude. This planet Earth owes me nothing. Do you know how long my life I walked around like I'm not getting what I deserve, and I worked harder than Joe worked, and he got the promotion and I didn't. And we can walk around so ungrateful for being here. We can find a million things. Oh, that's not fair. There is no such thing in my life anymore as fair or deserve. It's not. The only thing I'm going to get is what I practiced getting. It's the only thing I'm going to get. If I practice something, I'm going to get something from it. And you guys know what lately, this is what we talk about, what we try to practice. I don't try to practice anger. I don't try to practice impatience. They come out because that's my natural state. But I'll go through them very quickly. I do not deserve anything. I mean this from all this. I can't believe that I'm saying this because this isn't Pops 5 years ago. 5 years ago, man, I not only did I deserve, but I'm on show. This earth owes me nothing. This planet, I owe the planet. I owe the planet the respect and the dignity to not destroy it, to not tear it up, to plant a pretty flower, to grow something natural and give it away. I owe the planet. It's not the other way around. Humans walk around thinking this planet owes us something. We aren't owed one iota of anything, and everything that we get is a gift. Even, I can tell you there's people that are missing their legs and they still feel gifted. There's people in situations that you and I couldn't possibly even survive, and they still feel gifted. And guess what they are? The planet didn't owe them their legs. The planet doesn't owe anybody anything. I've learned to not believe everything I feel. Have you? Learn not to believe everything you feel. But I don't get it. Our emotions will lie to us. Our emotions aren't always real. They're a mask of many sorts. I've also learned not to believe everything I feel. And I can respect that my emotions relate not just to my circumstances, but my emotions also relate to my diet, the company I keep. It's funny how hanging around with Tea Crew people make it a lot easier for me to handle my emotions. The company I keep my emotions are controlled in that. My diet, the content I consume. What am I consuming? Pornography? Crap on TV? Or trying to figure out what holy moly came from? My content is usually I try to go back and learn something. Etymology, learn, read, learn. I don't fill it up with pornography. I don't fill it up with crap that's going to screw up my head. My content, what I take in, has a great deal to do with my emotions. If I wanted to sit around and watch people fight all day long, I might be a little angrier. Another thing that impacts us is our sleep. How much sleep are we getting? Our diet, our sleep, our company, our content. These are the things that we can control. And those that do it and are aware, I don't think they spend a lot of time in mental health clinics. I just don't. I don't think that's where they spend their time. I think they spend their time gaining good content, being in good company, watching their diet, maybe take a couple of walks, get out there and do the right things for the rest of humanity. Our emotions are all important, and we have to abandon the idea that some should be welcome when others shouldn't. If I can welcome euphoria for the moments I have it, I'm going to be just as capable of experiencing the sadness for the moments that I have it. And between the two, I really want to be neutral. This constant inner battle that we fight can be exhausting. I'm almost done. 2 more minutes. This constant battle, if we're doing it, I lived this battle. I gave up that battle, I honestly did. My battle today isn't even a battle. It's like, how can I be aware of when my emotions are taking me places that I don't really want to be, but I'll get through that. And you know where I'm going to end up? I'm going to end up at a holy moly. I am the luckiest thing that's ever walked the planet Earth. I have a beautiful son. I have thousands of friends. 50 of them are that I've never had friends like this in my life. I have an extremely successful growth situation. and I spend what I have trying to give it. Holy moly. So let's open the door. Let's put out the welcome mat. Let's feel what needs to be felt. That's really one of the best parts of being a human. The important part is letting the love flow around us. Be open to it. In my neutral state, I am more open to love than I will ever be in my euphoric state or my depressed state. My neutral state is where I can be the giver that I really want to be. I don't want to give away anger and sadness. And this happiness that I give away, I don't want to fake anybody out and pretend that's all our lives are going to be like that. They're not. It's in my neutral state that I can read books and I can understand me and I can come along and say, this is actually my best state. This is the place that gives me the opportunity to be the complete me. I'm balancing my yin and I'm balancing my yang. And when I'm balanced and my intentions are good, I'm in the top 1% of anybody that's ever walked the planet Earth. Thanks for listening. I want you guys to just be thinking of that. Get to your neutral state. Walk through your angers and your emotions and the negatives. The euphoria ones, they're never going to last. They're not supposed to. Neither of them are supposed to. They don't. If you get hung up on one, get hung up on it. Well, I'm always depressed. No, you're not. You choose it. No, you're not. There's an easy out. It's called get active. It's called grow something and give it away. We give away things that we have. You guys go have a great day. We are a work in progress. And man, I love this life. I love this life. I love my friends. I love what you're doing. And we're you know what? You can't have an ocean without a couple of drops first. We want an ocean one of these days of goodness and kindness spread everywhere. We're the drops. We're the opening drops, you guys. Okay? We're the dropping guys right now. And eventually, I believe, and I'm not, this isn't just some pie in the sky, we can make a difference. Look at Penny and me. She's such a sweet, sweet lady. And it was the simplest little thing. And I laughed my tail off for hours yesterday over a word, holy moly. Guys, go have a great day. I'm going to scroll you out. We'll see you here tomorrow. We'll get more people on the wheel and do a whole bunch of giving away tomorrow. Okay? And we'll continue to talk about microdosing. Poppy Lover, have a good day. Pilar, Melody Dawn, thank you. Derek Anderson, my good guy. Sally, thank you for being here. Sally's in the Philippines watching us, you guys. Shallow Water, thank you. It does have a lot to do with what we eat. Evil and Sean P. and Niffy and Jennifer Garcia and A. Thank you, A. 5280 all day. Jacksta, keep dripping, brother. That's what we do. One drop at a time. Edward E. Melissa G. D. Anderson and Mr. Marmars. Moise. Hey, I hope your granddad's cool. Penny Pack, Gypsy, Life. There's my girl. Catzilla Meow. Joey D's and Shallow and Cleany. Cleany. Loving it. Mitty Matt. Hi, Matt. Jacksta. Well, I wish we could hug each other. Shallow and Mr. Marmars. Jolie, there's my girl. Jacksta City. Cat Meow. Zilla D. Anderson. Herbie Von Werby. Kabop. Mr. Phillips, bitty bitty butt boy. Free, I love you. Speed freak, you're coming in hot. That's okay. You're coming in. That's all that matters. Jesus Christ in Australia, I love you, man. Satter Wolf, Evil Joe, Gypsy Life, Niffy, nice to see you, Mr. Marmars. Nurse, caw, caw. Oh, that felt good. Penny Pack, CCS, Kimberly. Get up, make your bed, get off the couch, appreciate the day. That sounds like a drill instructor to me. Drill instructors know exactly how to get us out of our neutral states. Okay, hear me. Laura, have a divine day. Waz, I love you. Penny Pack and Evil Joe and Rosetta. Hi, Rosetta. And Tree Stomp and Shallow. Holy moly. Michael, Sean T. P. Lauren, Shallow Joe D's and Inline Downhill Vancouver. Ryder, you're the best. Speed Freak 5280 all day, rocking the day. Rizo, Morph, Rise, there you are. Estelle, comments only. Watching from New Zealand, Philippines, New Zealand, Australia. Ferndale. Thank you for being here, comments. Shallow and T. Anderson and Joe D's and Jesus Christ and Ryder, the best. Pops. Peace. Practice. Be, what Souter just said, be rippling. Guys, go have a beautiful day.